Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the June 5th, 2007 Board of Selectmen Sewer Commissioners meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Madam Chair, all 5 selectmen are present, as is the interim town administrator, John Foster. I spoke into the mic.
Is that any better? Okay. Just to reiterate, all 5 selectmen and the town administrator are all present. Okay. Is there anyone here that wants to address the board this evening? No. Okay. And announcements. Do you have any announcements? I have one announcement. Just good news is the appointing authority this evening appointed 8 members to the Finance Committee.
Great.
With one that we had that was still on there. We now have a full Finance Committee. If I have the list of names, see if I have them here. Well, I can get them in. Oh, sorry. One extreme or the other. Oh, here they are. Okay. They are Donna Bronk, Daniel Cheever Jr., Richard Paulson, Carl St. Pierre, David Trudell, Bonnie Jean Catulli, Christopher Teeves, and Dominic Camarano Jr. So, excellent. So, okay. And I guess we'll go through the consent agenda. We have a couple of bills.
Madam Chairman, the first bill we have that I would request payment to Camp Dresser and McKee in the amount of $36,525, invoice number 802559934/7 for services for designing sewers in the 7 remaining priority areas in the town of Wareham in accordance with the agreement August 15, 2006.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It is unanimous.
Second payment to Camp Dresser and McKee in the amount of $55,896.22. Invoice number 8025617/15 for professional engineering services to perform Phase 1 infiltration inflow program for the town of Wareham in accordance with the agreement December 14, 2004, and amendment number 1 dated January 2nd, 2007.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It is unanimous. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda is reappointments to boards, committees, commissions. Let's see. You want to just... Good.
Are they? Okay.
The first group is all the
Right.
constables. Yep, the one year.
Madam Chairman, we'll start with the constables, and that we approve William J. McCusker, 14 Ladner Lane, Cynthia Follis, 5 Beverly Way, Gregory Kamen, 11 Briarwood Lane, Michael Deso, 14 Kendrick Road, Rob Terrell, 12 Halloran's Way, Robert E. Short, 2 Foundry Circle,
That's it.
and that's it. As constable, 2 terms to expire June 30th, 2008.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? It is unanimous.
Okay.
These
Madam
ones you'll probably
Chairman.
have to go one at a time, huh?
What's that?
I said these ones you'll probably have to go one at a time.
Right. Madam Chairman, I would approve that we appoint Deborah Pava from 2 Mayflower Ave as an associate member to the Conservation Commission to a term to expire June 30th, 2008.
There a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? It is unanimous.
Madam Chairman, I would approve that we appoint Donald Hall, 4 Circuit Ave, as a member to the Community Preservation Committee as the Wareham Housing Authority designee to a term to expire June 30th, 2010.
There a second? 2010, oh my God. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Unanimous. There is
Also,
Donald. Welcome aboard again,
that's
Donald.
right, there's
Thank you.
Donald. Also, as a member to the Community Preservation Committee, Sherby Worthen, 39 Greengate Lane, as the Recreation Commission rep to a term to expire June 30th, 2010.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? It's unanimous.
Okay, the next appointment, Ralph Thompson, appointed as a member of Board of Health to a term to expire June 30th, 2010.
Is there a second? Okay.
For discussion.
Yes.
This appointment is for the Board of Health, and actually for the Chair of the Board of Health. The Board of Health is one of those statutorily defined autonomous boards in our government where we have actually no input whatsoever with respect to policy or any particular issues concerning the health department. And as a result, the only impact and input that we do have as a board is here with respect to appointments. Personally, I've had great concern for some time now with the direction of the Board of Health, and actually, in my personal opinion, I think it's an opportune time to begin a new direction with the Board of Health. I have nothing personal or no animosity or any personal problem with this gentleman in particular. I just take issue with a number of the policies as a way of example, although I don't particularly care one way or the other about for example, the dog permits on the beach, or the policy of no dogs on the beach. I don't own a dog, and it doesn't impact me one way or the other, but many people do, and as everybody in the world now knows, I live near a beach, and I see many people walking dogs on the beach, and obviously in contradiction to the policy. The reason for that is that I believe the policy was too strict, was not thought out properly, and is certainly not being enforced. I took issue at the time exactly because of enforcement, and the question I had at the time was who is going to enforce the policy, and as it turns out, it's not being enforced. That's not the fault of our police, because they are stretched, they are overburdened and understaffed, and I think we all know that. And so it's impossible for them to enforce. And my grievance is, why pass a policy that is not possible to be enforced? Because that only weakens policy making, it only weakens respect for the law, and it only weakens other policies that I believe wouldn't be followed as a result of something so obvious, and this is an obvious and public event. I also personally took issue with some appointment issues. The last person appointed to that body.
That was mine.
All right, I'll let you take that one.
Well, this is, I think, what you were getting to, is the Board of Selectmen had appointed a member to the